Hey guys, Mechanical Spencer here with another video, a theory video. So, I would like to thank Stupendous Wave, Mr. Sabman, for the What If Qui-Gon Trained Anakin videos that I liked, and even Star Wars Theory. So for this theory, to tell you ahead of time, I used the gathered information from Stupendous Wave and a little bit of the information from Mr. Sabman, from his theory, and incorporated them into my thoughts, into this theory. So no plagiarism intended. So these are my thoughts on this theory. So, let's get started with this theory. So what if Qui-Gon trained Anakin Skywalker? So, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are on Naboo fighting Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan gets knocked off of a ledge by Maul. Qui-Gon then hits Maul off the ledge also. Maul knocking off Obi-Wan is what separated him and Qui-Gon from the fight. Two time choices that could have happened that I put in the polls. The first choice was Obi-Wan getting up, finding Qui-Gon and Maul fighting, and Obi-Wan jumps up and uses Force speed to catch up to them. So, since today, I found that three quarters of my fans I had 4 votes total. 3 of them voted for the first choice and 1 voted for the second. So, I wrote the first choice without waiting. So, enjoy the first choice. Carry on. So, the second choice would be Qui-Gon jumping off the ledge to rescue Obi-Wan, and after that, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon would use Force jump to the platform where Maul is and continue fighting. So, let's get to the first choice then. Obi-Wan catches up to Qui-Gon with Force speed, and they fight against Maul together once again. During the fight, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are blocked off by the laser doors, as before, but they are both together, which gives them advantage. All 3 people turn off their sabers and wait for the doors to open. After time had passed, Obi-Wan ignites his saber like in the original timeline, but he is with his master this time. The laser doors open, and Qui-Gon and Maul ignite their sabers, and all 3 fight to the point of the reactor shaft. The space was confined, but Obi-Wan flips over Maul, and Jin stays on the corridor. Obi-Wan flips over Maul and Jin stays on the other side. So, to give a side note here, the reason Qui-Gon got killed by Maul is that he couldn't execute his Form 4 fighting style because the space by the reactor shaft is confined. But since Obi-Wan was with him, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon had the advantage over Maul. So, this is what happens next in my thoughts. The space was confined, but Obi-Wan flips over Maul, and Jin stays on the other side with him. The 2 swordsmen were no match for Maul, and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon both disarm Maul, but they both spare his life. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon take Maul back to Coruscant, arrested, so he is tried by the Jedi Council. Maul would be put into jail for a while, and in the meantime, Anakin destroys the control ship over Naboo, and all droids would power down, just like in the original timeline. Obi-Wan is granted the rank of Jedi Knight after his trials, and Qui-Gon asks the Council to train Anakin, but the Council again says no, because he is too old. So, to side note in this story, Anakin was finally allowed by Yoda to allow Obi-Wan to train Anakin, because it was the dying wish of Qui-Gon. But since Qui-Gon is still alive, the Council denies the training again. So, onto this story. The Council denies the training of the Chosen One because the Code forbids training slaves, and especially those that are young are too old, as like 9 years of age. Qui-Gon was furious of the council's decisions, and he again brings Anakin before the council, and they sense the dark side growing within him, and they deny his training again. Qui-Gon says to the council, "I'm going to train Anakin with or without your approval. I'm departing the Jedi Order." And the council was shocked to hear that kind of news of a highly respected Jedi Master. Qui-Gon finds his master, Count Dooku, and tells him about Anakin Skywalker and the prophecy of the Chosen One. "This is the boy you refer to as the Chosen One, Qui-Gon?" Dooku asks. "Absolutely, Dooku. His midichlorian count is higher than any Jedi that had ever lived, even Grand Master Yoda," Qui-Gon says. "The Jedi denied his training because of his age and attachments, especially the dark side growing within him. The Jedi Order has become far too complacent and arrogant for so many years now. I say we begin a new order of Jedi that doesn't play politics, a new order of balance, a new order of unity." Count Dooku turned to the dark side due to the death of Qui-Gon, but since Qui-Gon was still alive, Count Dooku doesn't do that. Qui-Gon searches for a planet to train Anakin in the Force itself, and he found his answer, and the planet was Dathomir. Qui-Gon said to Dooku, "I found a planet to train this Chosen One, Master. And this planet is Dathomir." "Are you sure, Qui-Gon?" Dooku asks. "That planet is filled with the dark side of the Force." "I am positive," Qui-Gon responded. "This boy has a lot to learn from the dark side, the light, and the living Force." "Very well then, Qui-Gon," Dooku responded. Qui-Gon, Dooku, and Anakin both get on the ship, and before they departed, Anakin asks Qui-Gon, "Qui-Gon, sir, can we go free my mother?" And Qui-Gon responds, "Absolutely, Anakin." Obi-Wan sees the ship depart, and a tear comes from one eye and says, "Farewell, Master, until we see each other again." After departure, Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Dooku go to Tatooine and free Anakin's mother and take her to Dathomir with Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Dooku. Since Shmi is rescued from slavery, Anakin's fears and visions all end for a long time, which allows Anakin to have a much happier and more joyful life. However, Qui-Gon would warn Anakin that fear will come back at some point in his life, but would also tell Anakin that fear is a normal part of life, and to accept it rather than suppressing it, which the Jedi tend to do. Anakin, Qui-Gon, Shmi, and Dooku all land on Dathomir and start building a hut to live in. During the process of building the hut, Qui-Gon goes to see Mother Talzin and counsel with her about the training of the young Anakin Skywalker, just like Stupendous Wave's theory. Qui-Gon brings Anakin before Mother Talzin, and Mother Talzin asks Qui-Gon, "So this is the boy prophesied to destroy the Sith, Master Qui-Gon?" "Absolutely," Qui-Gon responds. "This boy has the potential to be become the most powerful Force wielders that had ever lived, and his midichlorian count is higher than any Jedi that have ever lived, even Grand Master Yoda." "Very well, Master Qui-Gon," Mother Talzin responded. Qui-Gon and Anakin both head back to the hut, and when they got back, the hut is all done and ready to be lived in. Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Dooku and Shmi all celebrate the victory of the Battle of Naboo and the control ship destroyed by Anakin. So I'm going to go ahead and bring part 1 to an end here. So tell me about your thoughts about this theory in the comments down below. If you liked it, please give a like button. But if you dislike it, go ahead and push the dislike button. So this is my theory and the gathered information from Stupendous Wave and Mr. Sabman. Those were very good theories, and I was inspired to do this theory to entertain you. So, if this video can reach like 200 likes, I'm going to come out with a part 2 soon. So, Hope you enjoyed this theory, and have a good day.